Sugar, yes please, would you come and put it down on me? Hey everyone, welcome back to the 20-Hour Ukulele Challenge, and today I'm going to teach you the funky version of Sugar. I already taught a simple version where we just go bad bad. Now I'm going to teach you the more swanky right-hand groove. Again, to remind you, our chords are C, A minor, F, and C. If you need the chord charts for those, or if you need any just of the additional, like what the strumming pattern is, I have it all written down for free on a lesson page on my website. You can use the description box below to find the link to that. And yeah, let's keep on it. So you've got your four chords, C, A minor, F, C. And actually, I'll let you pause real quick if you need to get those down. Make sure you don't get confused by repeating the C twice, because you do the C at the beginning and the C at the end. So go through that a few times, make sure you got it solid, then we'll keep going. Okay, now that we got that down, the strumming, here we go. So basically what we're doing is we're putting together those open chords with almost a drum pattern of boom, chicka, boom, chicka, chicka, chicka. We're going to kind of overlap them to create kind of a composite groove that goes sort of like this. If you can catch it from that, great. If not, let's break it down. So our first two strokes are just going to be down, up on a C. We'll build the whole thing on a C. And then we're going to mute and whack on the two. And the way we're going to mute the C chord is we're going to keep these two fingers, your middle and your index, sort of just lay them down on the string lightly and loosen the tension on your ring finger. So you should go. So make sure you can mute your C chord like this. Just brush, mute. Brush, mute. I'm going to give you a chance to pause and practice that and then restart when you're ready. Okay, so once you're solid at muting your C, our first couple strokes are just going to be down, up, mute, up. So one more time, let's try that again. Let's try that a few times together really slowly. Here we go. 1 and 2, and here we go. Down, up, mute, up, one more time. Down, up, mute, up, here we go again. Down, up, mute, up, last time. Here we go. Down, up, mute, up. Now, if you need to practice that slower, you can go ahead and use the YouTube app to slow it down and repeat that a couple of times until you get that part solid. I'll give you a chance to pause and work on that and come back when you're ready. Okay, awesome. Now that you got the first half, the second half is just the drum groove. It's just mute, 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 mute. See, the important thing is, just like on all our other songs, we're accenting the 2 and the 4. So here we're going 3 and 4 and again, our soft strokes, we're going to tilt our pick away, or you kind of tilt your fingers away, or whatever you're brushing with. You don't want to dig into the strings as much. That's the key. So let's just practice that second half where we're like down, up. Here we go. 3 and here we go. Down, up. 1 more time. Here we go. Down, up. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Down, up. 1 and 2. Here we go. 3 and 4 and. So, repeat that fragment until it's comfortable. And then if you need to, go back and double check the first fragment and kind of waffle between them a few times. Do the first one, do the second one, if you need to make sure they're both solid. I'll pause and let you do that, and when you come back, we'll put them together. Okay, sweet, here we go. So now I'm going to play through the whole groove. Again, also on the slower side, you can use the YouTube app to progressively speed it up and try to get it closer to speed. And even if you don't nail it at first, you can go do some other songs and come back later, and when you've kind of gotten a little more practice, you might find you can get it that way too. So here we go. I'm only going to play this groove on a C chord first. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here we go. C, C, mute, C, mute, mute. Ah, yeah. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, mute, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Awesome. So again, practice that as much as you need to, repeat it as many times as you need, and then we're gonna go on. Okay, so now the next key is you got to make sure you can mute the other chords. So your C, I showed you how to mute it. You mute your A minor and your F in a slightly different way. With the A minor, usually what I do, you'll see I sort of just break my wrist and let this finger sort of flatten out over everything. If you let go of the tension on the middle finger, or if you lay some of these other fingers over the strings, you should get a good mute that way, but just sort of like, kind of like bringing your wrist in a little bit will flatten out your fingers and take the arch away. So you can kind of try brushing A minor, mute. A minor, mute. So do that a couple times until it's solid, and then try the same thing with the F. The F, you just add a finger. And for me, because it's harder to get these two fingers down, usually I use the ring and the pinky to sort of like they're sort of hovering over the strings, and then they flatten out and come over the strings. That's another way to do it. So here I don't break the wrist as much, I just put my fingers down. So, but you can also break the wrist and flatten out the fingers. Either will do. You just want to make sure you can go F and then mute. And you can make that switch fairly easily where your fingers don't come really far away and they don't have to go really far to get back to where they can play the chord, because you have to do this pretty quick. So you got to be able to kind of sit down and stand up on the chord quite quickly. So let's just actually brush through just the mutes. We're going to go brush, mute, brush, mute. We'll do it about that speed through the whole progression 3 times, and then you can practice with that, and then I'll play the groove at tempo so you can kind of see what it looks like put together. So here we go. 1, 2, here we go. C, mute, A minor, A minor, mute, F, mute, C, mute, again. C, mute, A minor, and mute to F, and mute to C. Back to C one more time. C, mute, A minor, mute, F, mute, C. All right, now take as much time as you need to kind of pull all the pieces together. See if you can go back. If you need to check your picking pattern or your strumming, check that. Make sure you can do the chords and the switches and everything. And last of all, we're going to play the actual groove. Here we go. Okay, so now I'm going to play the groove of the song, and I'm going to sing at tempo. I'm going to do part of a verse and part of a chorus. And again, it's the same loop through the whole song. So if you can get this, you can get the idea. Again, you can use the YouTube app to slow this down if you want to play along with me. That might help you. All right, here we go. 1, 2. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2. Here we go. I'm hurting, baby. I'm broken down. I need your loving, loving, I need it now. When I'm without you, I'm something weak. You got me begging, begging, I'm on my knees, yeah. I don't wanna be needing your love, I just wanna be deep in your love. And it's killing me when you're away. Ooh, baby, 'cause I really don't care where you are. I just wanna be there where you are. And I gotta give one little taste. Sugar, yes please, would you come and put it down on me? I'm right here, 'cause I need this love, a little sympathy. Yeah, you show me good loving, make it alright. Need a little sweetness in my life. yes please, come and put it down on me. There we go. Yeah, hope you all dug that, and hope you take the 20-hour ukulele challenge. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm John Michael Swift, and catch you later. Bye-bye.